Hey guys, so I'm sure there's a lot of videos on this subject already, but I wanted to add my 2 cents on this subject, and it's songs that I didn't like at first but grew on me. And I wanted to add some songs that I've tried to like, but I just don't click with them. So when I was trying to think of songs for this video, I couldn't think of many off of the top of my head. I honestly don't really listen to a lot of K-pop groups outside of my favorite groups. So I'm just gonna start with Red Velvet. So when they released Zimzalabim, I was not a fan of it whatsoever. I thought it was a little weird, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the vibe of the song, including their performance outfits. But over time, as I gave the song some more chances, I thought that the song was actually pretty cool. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it certainly wasn't mine when I first heard the song a couple times, but I've gotten used to it, and I think it's a pretty good song now. Another Red Velvet song that I didn't like at first was their newest release, Psycho. So I've always been more of a fan of Red Velvet's Red side, and with their Velvet side, it's always been a hit or miss with me. And Red Velvet's Psycho falls on their Velvet side, so it did take me a while to get used to the sound. But now that I got over the initial hump of getting used to the song, I think that it's a pretty good song, and I love that it displays their vocals. But yeah, go stream Red Velvet's Psycho. But anyway, moving on to another artist, Monsta X. They quickly became one of my ults, but some of their songs I didn't like at first were Shootout and Alligator. Shootout, I ended up just not listening to it for a long while, and when I revisited it, I thought it was a really good song. I honestly was revisiting it because when Alligator was released, I did not like it. I was put off by just the overall vibe of it, but after a long break from their songs, I just somehow ended up liking the vibe. I don't know how to explain it. It took me taking a break from listening to their songs to appreciate those 2 songs. Another song that I didn't like at first was Blackpink's Doo 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 Doo. I still have trouble saying the title of that song, but I didn't like it for the longest time. I thought it was overhyped. I liked their older songs better at the time, and honestly, I was sick of hearing it everywhere around me. Everyone's playing it. But after the hype died down and I gave it a second chance, I thought that it honestly suits them. I know that all their songs have been girl crush, but I think that the song suits them and it's not a bad song. And now it's in one of my playlists on Spotify. And the last song that I can think of that I didn't like at first, but like right now, is Wiki Mickey's Crush. I was used to seeing Wiki Mickey in a more cutesy kind of song vibe, and when Crush came out and it was more on the girl crush side, it was weird for me seeing them in a more girl crush kind of concept, but after hearing it on Spotify multiple times, it started growing on me, so now it's just a song that I like. Not necessarily something that I'll go out of my way to seek, but definitely not a song that I would skip. Moving on to songs that I've really tried to like, but I just don't. There's not a lot of songs that I can think of that I really don't like. And I'm not saying that these songs are bad, it's just songs that don't click with me. And if you really love these songs, I'm not trying to offend you. I just personally don't like these songs. They don't fit my preferences. But the first 2 songs that jumped to my mind when I think of songs that I've really tried to like were Twice's Fancy and Feel Special. Up until these two eras, I was in love with pretty much all Twice's title tracks. I think that Twice is a really fun group, and I still do. It's just, there's just something about the sound of these songs that just doesn't click with me. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll like in the future, but I've really tried with these songs and I don't like them. And the other song that I think of when I think of songs that I've tried to like is Momoland's Thumbs Up. I think that the chorus of the song is really repetitive and kind of annoying, and there's just a lot going on with Momoland with Youngwoo, Daisy, and Taeha, but I'm not a Momoland fan, so if you are, please let me know what the situation with them is because I'd really like to know if there's any more information on what's going on with them. But yeah, those were songs that I didn't like at first but ended up liking, and songs that I try to like but I just can't get over the fact that I don't like them.